How do they know?
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 I think that one was an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
I'd say it was like an 8 out of 10.
Better than the rehearsal.
Better than the one that we did before. We did a How Do They Know before, but we just had to start it again because we thought my granddad was banging.
It is. Banging.
You're bad. Okay, forget that part ever existed. Let's do it again. Okay, so over the months that we've been doing these, we've learned a pretty vast amount of stuff, from skinwalkers to Wendigos, from Slenderman to Penderman,
Whatever.
from who built the pyramids of Giza, and the mysteries of the Denver airport. Also tie in with the mysteries of that mother fluffer back there isn't real.
Oh, I was just telling you in the other tape that we've had to start again. She's been interviewed, and on the interview she's denying that she saw anything now, but it's obvious
that she did.
That she did.
But she was told
She's
to
been
not.
told to shut up about it now and keep quiet.
And I believe in that, and I think it's because of what she said on a statement that she released on X.
That she saw
a shape-shifting lizard person, but at the end of a statement she gave this really big monologue about being aware of this stuff and like the world isn't real, not like that, but like the world isn't how we think it is.
Right.
You need to wake up because some people on this planet aren't even humans and stuff like that.
But what I can't understand is when she was on that plane having the rant, and everybody's there with the mobile phones, but did I don't know. I mean, if they took pictures of the person she was.
Yeah, they did.
And who was it? What
It was a guy in a green hoodie.
But
That makes it ironic.
yeah,
but
was it lizard colour?
it was
But
Lizard
did
from
he just sit
Spider-Man.
there going, I don't know what she's on about, sort of thing.
But
I
no,
haven't seen
he kind of looked a bit suspicious. Like,
Right.
they were back at the plane, like, looking at her, like...
Right, but really, why didn't the attendants ask him what it was all
They
about?
probably did after they stopped videoing.
Yeah.
Maybe they were told to not post the video.
Maybe.
Maybe some were told to not post the video, because some of them did post the video, and we got a good shot of the woman saying that monologue.
Yeah, but I've never seen one of the bloke who she was on about.
I have, but it was his mouth were covered up by a seat. You know, in front
Right,
of
so
him.
that's what I mean. Of all the people that had the cameras on there, not one of them got a good shot of him.
The best shot you could probably get of a reptilian lizard.
Yeah, but why?
Human thing.
Why wasn't there a proper spot-on shot?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they were afraid of a lizard. Maybe they were afraid of the lizard ripping their arms off or something, like turning the whole city into lizards, like that certain film.
Yeah, but it's very weird, isn't it?
Weird, yeah. What I want to know, though, is that what he actually did to her to make her freak out like that.
Yeah, well, why didn't somebody ask him? What's this all about? Why is she saying this? Why didn't they actually speak to him?
Somebody probably did after they stopped videoing.
Well, they should have shown it.
The scary thing about this now is that obviously was in America, going off the tone of how people spoke, but after that it were on a plane, so, you know, what country is it in now?
But anyway, we've gone off track now. What else was we...
What country is this Lizzyian?
Can I get that blackhead out?
No, you're not popping any blackheads. You
Go
creature.
on, please.
In now. No.
Right.
So now what we're discussing is vampires.
Right, I saw one
When
I was in Transylvania.
you're lying. You're
course I
lying.
was.
You're lying.
No, I'm having you on.
Yeah, I knew you were having me on.
What proof have we got that there are vampires?
It-
Apart from
it's
things
hard
on telly.
No, they don't just originate from things on telly. They don't
Yeah, but
originate
there's not-
from that.
I mean, people really have got a lot of proof about ghosts and things like that, but they haven't got a lot of proof about vampires, have they?
Not particularly vampires, but other stuff like Wendigos and Skinwalkers and
Yeah, we got back
headlights.
onto Wendigos and Skinwalkers. I'm not talking about them.
I'm not talking about them. I'm just saying that
Yeah.
people have
Yeah,
caught
but
stuff like
I know.
headlights on.
Yes, I agree. But we haven't got anything about vampires.
No, we haven't.
No.
I'll agree. But they could easily be real without all that supernaturally
But
paranormal.
they'd have to do night shift, wouldn't they?
They could easily agree without all that paranormally powers that they have. Like, they could easily just be a person that likes drinking blood.
Yeah, there are people out there that do that,
drink blood.
there?
Yeah, I
know.
know.
No, it don't kill them.
I know a few. That's just how they're born. I know a few. Which
What? You know a few people
no,
that drink
not
blood?
personally, but like through social media and stuff like that. But like, I guess that's where the supernaturally aspect comes into it. Like, how don't they die?
Mm-hmm.
They could have immunity. They could have a rare disease where they need blood to live.
But how would they know? How would they know?
Well, they might just die one day and then they might see blood and lick it and go, oh,
Oh, that's good.
oh, I like that. It tastes like raspberry sorbet.
Oh, God.
Anyway, either way, things aren't just originated from telly. Some of them are originated from, well, what believed to be whispers back in the day.
Yeah.
Whispers of things that were actually speculated to be real. That's how werewolves started off. That's how vampires started off. That's how skinwalkers, Wendigos.
Right, but
whatever.
you don't see. There are reports of Wendigos, skinwalkers, and all them things. There's lots of reports about them, but you don't get a lot of people saying they've seen vampires.
What would a vampire actually look like in its true form?
I know, but I don't. So how can you say there are some?
Well, there probably are some. There probably aren't some. I kind of mixed on the opinion. I think they could exist without all the paranormal stuff. Yeah, but like, if somebody did catch a vampire, which was actually a vampire on camera, right? Number one, people probably wouldn't believe it because of how brain dead people are now. And number two, how would they know that it'd be a vampire? It could look something like a woolly mammoth or something. You know, who's to say that vampires look like guys with pale faces in black coats?
I know, yeah.
With fangs.
Where's that come from then?
Exactly. But that's what I was saying about whispers from back in the day. People believe that they've seen that and then that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is, well, I mean, going off things that are on films and stuff, but there is one particular vampire film back from the 1920s, isn't there?
Yeah, is it called Frankenstein? Oh, no, Dracula.
Is it Nostradamus or something?
Nostradamus.
No.
Hunchback? Nostradamus
No, I
and
need my
Hunchback?
phone to look it up. Pass me
Right,
your phone,
you can
please.
look it up after.
Oh, it's to do with that. I want to look it up now, please. Thank you. Advert for Carson's. We're not being sponsored
Paid
for
for
this.
this. Pay us! Pay us, please. Oh. Let's come up with another product placement. What? I'm sponsoring Grays.
Well, you have to keep the customers entertained whilst to do that.
This is a short advert for Carsten and Grays now. I'm going to get into Carsten first. Don't only say
sugar.
Not only say hello to Juicy and Fresh Times, but also enjoy the indulgent taste of Juicy Carsten, apple and summer berries. Yeah, that was the best attempt of an advert I'll ever do. I'm not being paid for this. Nosferatu, I've heard of that. It was when my grandma Great was born. My great-gran.
And that was the scariest vampire
ever.
The scariest vampire. Yeah, really.
People actually considered that the scary.
Oh, have you ever seen that bit of film where he's walking up them stairs and what have you?
Yeah.
That.
It's not even scary, it's just funny.
It's scary.
It's not.
It's scary for then.
It's not even scary for then.
I think it's scary. I think it's scarier than the rubbish they have on now. And
What
they have all these frilly boys running round. I'm a vampire, I'm a vampire.
The rubbish? Well, you've seen Sinister, that ain't rubbish.
Sinister?
I know it's not a vampire film, but it's also a horror film, though. You know, Sinister, Bagul, videotapes, Bagul, Sinister.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not a vampire though, is it?
No, but it could be.
So, what about werewolves?
Well, we're not done with vampires yet.
Oh, right, on then.
I think... Yeah. I mean, like, I think... How do
you are.
How do they know that looks like my granddad? How do they
You
know?
just said that looks like his granddad.
It does. How do they know?
Oh God, you've got to know him
You,
to know what we mean.
We don't have a picture, sadly. Basically, he walks with a humpback.
It's sad, really. He laughs
Like,
himself.
Worse than that.
It's-
No, he isn't. He isn't there, is he?
He's sure.
Shut up, man. I'm not even... No, he isn't there. I'm not even
No,
offended
it's
him.
because he's very poorly.
Yeah,
but
I'm
he
not
has a
even
sense of
offending
humour,
him.
so he laughs about himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, how do they know that vampires look like hot young teenagers? How do they know that vampires
Yeah.
are real?
There's not a lot you can say about vampires.
No.
There isn't.
Vampires, no, not really. Vampires don't always have demon wings. Vampires aren't always
No.
hot young teenagers.
No, vampires are... Because there's not a lot you can say about them.
For freak's sake, if I see another vampire movie that's a that's a 30-year-old man, get off your phone, that's a 30-year-old man playing the role of a 17-year-old that's always half naked and got fangs and black hair, I think you know what film I'm talking about. I'm going to literally
film are you talking
flip
about?
me top.
What film are you talking about?
Twilight, the
Oh, yeah,
freaking
that's what I'm
abomination.
Trying to think of before.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Nosferatu.
No, Twilight. I was trying to think of the name of that where they're all pretty boys running about.
Yeah, that's the point. I mean, don't even get me started on Morbius. That isn't even a real life. If vampires were real, they would not be like Morbius.
Morbius.
You've never seen
No.
Morbius. Good. Don't waste an hour and 30 minutes of your life
Is
on
it
that
bad?
film. I don't
Yeah.
think there's a word for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Were that vampires?
It's supposed to be vampires.
Mm.
They only saw vampires like, what, an hour and 97 millennia minutes into it that I wasted my life completely.
You'll never get back.
No.
Right, what about werewolves? Who liked the film Werewolf in London?
Is it American Werewolf in Paris?
American Werewolf in London.
I thought it was Paris. There was one in
In
Paris.
Paris?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there was... Oh my god, my phone research. Right.
American Werewolf in London.
It's Werewolf in Paris. Tell me guys, am I right?
Has anyone seen the car
Yeah.
keys?
Oh, it's London!
I was right. Shh. I was right. It's London.
Hey, Gran. I thought you were going to flip then. Yeah, no. Werewolves kind of merge into vampires, and you're not going to like me for this, but Wendigos,
Oh gosh. Again,
they're not in the same family as Wendigos.
I think the
I
other
think-
side of your family are Wendigos.
I don't know. They can be in the same family tree as Wendigos
You
because
know who you are.
I don't know what you're
I said I
talking
think the other side of your family are Wendigos.
about.
And I think you know who you are.
Yeah, well, there's a difference. Wendigos are way cooler.
Cooler. Yeah, very good. Boom.
Mic drop. You have no idea who we're talking about. The thing is, werewolves and Wendigos and skinwalkers merge into the same factor because werewolves can transform, skinwalkers can transform. I don't know about Wendigos. I think they constantly look like that with the big bendy horns on their head. But
And you don't see many wandering about, do you?
well, I mean, but for instance, when people capture werewolves on cameras, you know
They're
when people
always in the distance and being filmed on a potato.
no a tic tac,
A tic-tac or a potato.
a grazed flapjack. They're
Yeah,
always being
let's
filmed
just
on that.
film this werewolf
On a flapjack.
and put it on YouTube, but I'm going to have to film it on a flapjack.
That's funny. But what I'm saying though is that when people capture werewolves on cameras in the woods at night, that could be a werewolf and not a skinwalker. You know, like when something's weird, they
Or it
always
could be
label it.
both having a party.
Well, it'd have to have its DNA merged, but
No, set.
oh,
One
yeah.
or the other. Together, having a party.
Having a party.
Having a party.
Anyway, yeah, basically that's it. And I was going to say something and I forgot. Oh yeah, when something weird happens all the time, they always mention it. They always blame it on the damn skinwalkers. Like, oh, they have no bread in Morrison's. Oh, that's a Skinwalker sighting.
Well, I've never heard this. Why?
But on social media, you know, when people are theorising about scary stuff like Slenderman and stuff like that, they always blame it on Skinwalkers because that's the most famous one out there.
Right, no, I've never
Like,
heard
I
that.
saw this video of this guy with just white eyes. I don't know if he was possessed or not, but he looked it. And, yeah, he weren't saying anything mean, but
Right.
being a normal dude. But he
I
could have
think-
had contact lenses.
I think, talking about, we're not going to do this again, werewolves and vampires, because they're quite boring.
I'll agree.
They're not anything that's of any interest.
I'll agree.
It was your idea.
No, well, I'll agree now. I
Right.
tried to do research on it, but there's
nothing.
nothing really. It's just
boring.
like a tall tale. On this series now, I'm going to declare what my opinion is at the end of the episode, whether it's true or false, right? And I'm calling this one false. I don't
Yeah.
believe that they're real.
I think there are people that do drink blood.
Oh yeah, and then people say real life vampire.
Yeah.
But that's only
But
because they
no,
drink
I
blood.
think they drink blood because they're just off their head.
Psychotic, exactly. And that's what I meant by vampires can
Are you
exist.
allowed to say off their head?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unalive to the head.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I meant by vampires can exist without all that paranormal stuff. So today's been fun. We've discussed about
Boring things.
hunchback vampires from kids with half-naked t-shirts, and that really needs to stop. I'm fed up of seeing that. And yeah, basically
Yeah.
discussing how bad Twilight was.
Yeah. So sorry if this was a boring. How do they know?
It wasn't a
How
boring
do
how do they know, 'cause
How
we
do they
discu-
know? How do they know?
It wasn't a boring one because at first we discussed the woman on the plane scenario.
Yeah.
The
Well.
July fiasco, that's what I'm calling it because it
Yeah.
happened in July. Okay, bye guys.